Here's Robert in Waterloo. Robert, welcome, sir.
Yeah, hello, George.
Hi.
So I haven't spoken to you in a long while.
Okay, you're welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to hear you back as well.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. A question I'd like to ask you, two questions about the theory of evolution.
Yeah.
The first one that has always fascinated me, and I'm sure you might agree with this, even though you're a believer in evolution, but in a different design. Now, they say that science, a lot of scientists do, that we are descendants of a lower primate. So they say, from like ape-like creatures, early ancestors and that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's the case, why in the entire history of the human race has there never been what you would call a blast from the past, if you know what I mean? Like, why has there never been a human child born with the imprint of a lower primate, say like an undeveloped primate brain, like they've got primate, some kind of a primate feature? I know we get weird things like children born with hair and that all over their face. That's nothing to do with that.
Or people born with toes.
Yeah, stuff like that. Why has this never happened in recorded history? Because they say we've got all their DNA and genes.
Well, we do. You missed my point. We have toes, and we have no reason for toes if it is not a hangover from the time when we used them in the trees.
Yeah, but if you look at things like gorillas' toes and all that, they're completely different from humans.
Well, have you ever looked closely at a gorilla, and
yes,
can you not
I've got
see...
one in front of me here, a toy one.
All right. Can you not see the comparison?
No, they're a different design, George. They're a completely different design.
They don't look all that different to me, mate. And they share...
Are completely different.
Well, they share... Well, 98% of their DNA is not completely different. It's completely identical.
Yeah, but what I'm asking the question is, why has there never been a recorded throwback born?
Well, maybe there was, Robert, in the dim and distant past when this transition took place. After all, we are talking about hundreds of millions of years ago.
But how can we be sure it was hundreds of
Well,
millions
we can't
ago
be sure. We can't be sure about anything, Robert,
That's
because we have real limits to our knowledge, even our scientific knowledge, which has come on in leaps and bounds in modern times. But we're no closer to the mystery of the universe today, in my opinion, philosophically, than we were 100 years ago or 200 years ago. Even though the science is vaulting forward, what it's all about, what we're here for, who created the universe in the beginning, we're not any further forward, and this is part of God's mystery, isn't it?
I suppose it is, but it's just never, like, factored with me. It's like, now we talk, say, like, let's just, for example, say, like, the dinosaurs. Now, we're convinced they died, 65 million years ago and all that, and by, say, a meteorite or something. They're not sure what killed them.
No.
And the reason they've maintained the dinosaurs are millions of years old because of their fossils in the earth, that they've dated the earth in the fossils that they're under, and the dates of the bones as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always had the maintaining, like, do you believe that Eden existed, just for argument's sake? That Eden,
no, I don't believe
there
that.
was not a paradise on this earth where, like, it was beautiful and stuff like that. And
I honestly don't. I think that's a fable.
Right.
It's an illustrative fable.
Now, just hear a question that I'm going to put to you that might make some questions asked. What if Eden was killed and temporarily the earth, with the havoc of nature going crazy and all that, what you would call, went off its axis, if you know what I mean? It's winter day, one day it's boiling hot the next, the sea levels are rising and everything all over the place. And we find a dinosaur bone in all this earth, and we've dated the earth over the years and decades and all that, and we discovered it's been there for millions of years and all that. But it might have been to do with natural catastrophe, not known, to do with Earth's nature.
Sure, of course. I have no idea how the dinosaurs disappeared. I think you're right to raise a question mark there. These are only suppositions. But that there were dinosaurs is now beyond question.
Yeah.
And that those dinosaurs are far, far, far older than the literal translators of the Bible continue to maintain.
Well, that's
it cannot be gainsaid.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. But like, if we don't just go by the earth in the ground. We also do date the bones of creatures like primates and dinosaurs.
Yes, we've dated the bones. We've dated the bones of the dinosaurs, and we know that they are scores of millions of years old.
Yeah, I don't know how old, but how old do we know those creatures are really alive for? That's what I'm saying. Were they dead millions of years, or were them creatures alive for millions of years before they died? That's the question I'm trying to put.
Well, I suspect both is true. They died millions of years ago, and they lived for millions of years.
So, we could be going though, but well, that's what you're saying is it could be either way. Then they could have been alive for millions of years and died, not say like 20,000 years ago. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, because the specific bone is 65 million years old. That particular bone.
Yeah, but the creature could have been alive for a lot longer period.
Ah, that seems unlikely, doesn't it? Because
I don't know. We don't know. Like you said, we don't know the mysteries of God.
No, we don't. We don't. You're right, Robert.